Machu Picchu is one of the most famous places on Earth, but it's also one of the easiest trips to mess up if you don't understand how the system works. Whether you've already booked it or you're still dreaming, here are the things you absolutely must know. I'm going to be breaking down the tickets, the costs, the circuits, and even sharing with you a hack about what to do if the most popular circuit is sold out and how you can still get that same experience without getting that ticket. Starting with number one, the tickets. Your ticket is no longer a general entrance ticket to Machu Picchu. Because of overcrowding, the government has introduced a circuit-based system. So you can only walk within a specific walking path in Machu Picchu. You have to choose a date, a time, a specific circuit, which is your walking route, and also a letter variation, which is the path within that route you can actually take. When you're choosing your time slots, the morning does tend to be the most popular. You get that early morning mysterious mist that burns off to reveal the city underneath. Also, if you go early in the morning, generally there will be less crowd. It gets quieter as the day progresses, with the quietest time being afternoon. The light is slightly different and hitting the mountain in, I guess, not the classic way, but that is potentially an even more peaceful experience. Numero dos, you see I learned a bit there. Now for the circuits. The circuits are generally split into 1, 2, and 3. Circuit 1 is the panoramic views. You're seeing Machu Picchu from above, from these cool terraces, getting the classic shots, but you aren't inside the citadel. Circuit 3, on the other hand, is the opposite. You're in and amongst the ruins, but you aren't seeing it as much from further back. There are some angles on Circuit 3 that look very close to the iconic postcard shots, but they aren't the exact shot, so I wouldn't worry so much. Circuit 2 is the complete one, so that is kind of a balance between the two. You get the iconic view, but you also get to go in and amongst and around the city. So if you have mobility issues, actually there is less walking on Circuit 3. If Circuit 2 is sold out, it is not the end of the world. You're still getting epic views and you're doing different things on different circuits. And I will explain my hack a little bit later about how you make the most of that. Now, the mountain hikes. There are certain mountains around Machu Picchu that you can actually hike up to get different views. But here is the thing you need to know. You need a specific circuit to be able to do that hike. Here are the important and most popular ones. If you want to hike to Huayna Picchu, that steep, dramatic mountain at the back of the postcard view, the giant one, you need a Circuit 3A ticket. It is a short hike, but it is intense with narrow staircases, steep drops, and exposed sections. It gives you that iconic straight down view of Machu Picchu, and they do call those stairs the Death Stairs. If you want to climb Machu Picchu Mountain, so the taller peak opposite, then you need Circuit 1A. It's longer, more physically demanding, and less exposed, but gives cool panoramic views over the valley. If you want to climb to the Sun Gate, so Inti Punku, then you need Circuit 1C. That is a moderate hike to the original Inca Trail entrance viewpoint and a beautiful elevated perspective. That's the original view that Inca would have had when they first looked down at the city after entering. Number 4, the rules. Once you're inside, the rules are pretty strict. The routes are one way, there's no backtracking, and there's rangers enforcing that. You can't take food inside the archaeological site, no big bags, so only small day packs are allowed, otherwise you'll be turned away, and there are also no toilets inside. That is important because if you leave the site, you can't re-enter, so make sure you've gone to the bathroom beforehand. Numero 5, Machu Picchu is actually at really high altitude. It's over 2,000 meters above sea level. It's not as high as Cusco, but it still can make you feel unwell if you've come there very suddenly. So give you headaches, nausea, tiredness. I would recommend spending a few days in Cusco beforehand to acclimatize. Also take it slow, drink plenty of water, and try and avoid alcohol in the 1 or 2 days beforehand so you make the most out of your experience. Altitude can kill a day. Number 6, Machu Picchu can actually be done as a day trip. This would be done by taking a train from Cusco to Aguascalientes, going up to Machu Picchu, seeing the site, coming back to Aguascalientes, and taking the train back to Cusco. That is a long day, but a possible day. It can also be combined with the Sacred Valley. So the Sacred Valley is this area between Cusco and Machu Picchu alongside the Urubamba River in the valley where there's this really cool archaeological Inca site. That is absolutely worth visiting. And if you're going to visit, you should try and tie it in with Machu Picchu because it's halfway. So you could do a day trip of the Sacred Valley, end in Ollantaytambo where there's a train station, and then take the train from there to Machu Picchu. You then stay overnight in Aguascalientes and go up to Machu Picchu the next day. That is a really smart way of traveling. Number 7, from Aguascalientes, that they call Machu Picchu town, you can take the bus up, which most people do. You queue in the morning, you take the bus. Those buses start at 5:30 in the morning, or you can actually walk up. The walk is about 60 to 90 minutes. It is not very scenic, it is very steep, and there's lots of switchbacks. I've made it sound super appealing, I know I have, but it's possible. If you wanted to walk up and avoid the bus queue, you absolutely could. Number 8, the costs really do add up. It becomes a very expensive day, and that's not just because of the tickets, because of everything that is surrounding it. A quick breakdown of costs similar to what I paid. So entrance tickets, $40. The mountain hike ticket, if you're doing that, is $60, which includes the entrance within that. The bus up from Aguascalientes is $12 each way, so that's $24. The train is typically about $150 return if you're doing the cheapest options. Equally, you could spend even more and spend more than $300 on this. The hotel in Aguascalientes, anything from $40 to $120, $150, $200, $300. You can spend as much as you want on a hotel. A guide for about $25 a person for a shared guide, or $80+ per person if it's a private guide. So even doing it independently, most travelers are spending at least $250 per person. Cha-ching. Number 9, you actually can go without a guide. It is absolutely possible. You can book your trains, you can book your circuit tickets, and you can just take the bus, head up, see Machu Picchu. But I think sometimes if you're doing that, unless you are very clued up on the history, you are just looking at some impressive rock formations. Rock formations like they're natural rocks. I think a guide really does add context into the place. The history of the Inca, why things were built in a certain way, when it was lost, when it was founded. I think this is one of the places where it is worth having a guide to add layers to the experience. You also do get free time to explore yourself, even if you do have a guide. And now, number 10, getting Circuit 2 tickets if Circuit 2 is sold out online. You've got 2 options. The first one is they actually reserve 1,000 tickets per day for people turning up in person in Aguascalientes for the next day. So practically how this works is you queue really early in the morning at the Ministry of Culture office. You get a ticket that contains a number on it, and that is your number within the queue. You then return later in the afternoon and they call people number by number to actually then come and buy their tickets for the next day. If you're doing this, you need to plan at least one night in Aguascalientes beforehand because you're getting tickets for the next day. I know a ton of people that did this successfully, and it is not as hard or complicated as I've made it sound. The second option, and what I would do, is instead of going for Circuit 2, you get a Circuit 1 ticket and a Circuit 3 ticket. Potentially you book ticket 1C to go and see the Sun Gate, you get these epic views from above, you come down and get the panoramic views as well, and then you'd exit and re-enter with a Circuit 3 ticket. And maybe you've gone for Circuit 3A, so you can see the ruins from below, and then you climb Huayna Picchu at the back, and you've had the most epic day at Machu Picchu, seeing absolutely everything. That, in my opinion, is even more complete than doing Circuit 2. If you found this video useful, a cheeky subscribe would be much appreciated. Hasta luego.